in imperfect ways, but she's put her money where her mouth is a lot. And one of the things she is really consistently puts effort into is trying to help underprivileged, at-risk kids. And again, this is always a mixed bag. And this brings me to the story of the Oprah Winfrey Leadership Academy for Girls, or OWLAG, as we're going to be calling it. Bridget, you were excited to get into this topic. What have you heard of OWLAG? This is her South African school.
I remember it very clearly because my mother and my grandmother and I watched these episodes like it was a special family event to get together and watch Oprah in Africa. Like, yo, this was a big deal. I remember this like it was yesterday.
Yeah. And it was, this starts, the school opens in January of 2007. It is inspired the year before. She's vacationing in South Africa. She's hanging out with Nelson Mandela because when you're Oprah, you get to hang out with Nelson Mandela. And she decides on the spot while they're talking and like looking, going through, she's seeing the poverty of a lot of the poorest South African children. She decides on the spot, I'm going to create a school for very bright and very poor South African kids. These are kids who are at the top of their public schools in terms of test scores and come from households that make less than $950 a month, right? Now, the project is instantly controversial among the wealthy neighborhood where the school is built. They do not like that a bunch of poor Black girls are going to be going to school in this largely white neighborhood. The administration is deluged with complaints. Neighbors begin staking out the school during recess, watching the few girls in this white neighborhood as they play soccer. Oprah has the school put up hedges to block the field from view. And so as we talk about the things that are criticizable about this venture, I don't want to lose the fact that like she is really pissing off a lot of South African racists, which again are the most racist racists. Like if we're ranking the racists, the very top of that pyramid is South African racists. No one's ever been better. Speaking of South Africa, I'm fairly certain none of our sponsors are based in South Africa. We're back. Apartheid's not around anymore, so I guess we probably shouldn't have a blanket ban on South African sponsors. But
those guys are still doing. I would say whoever the sponsor is, high chance some South African racist has a stake in that company.
There's a very good old British song, I've never met a nice South African, that gets into some of these issues. So Oprah is incredibly integral to the design of this school. This is not just a case, for good and for ill, Oprah is not just somebody who like throws money at a problem to like have her name attached to it. This is a personal focus, and she pours hundreds of hours of her own personal labor into making this school. I'm going to quote from an article on Forbes. Winfrey severed ties with the state and decided to go it alone, hiring the architects behind Johannesburg's famous apartheid museum. She donned jeans and a hard hat and oversaw every aspect of construction. She thought of the little things, the tubs of umbrellas outside each building for use during South Africa's rainy season, when it pours almost nonstop for 40 days. They're green, her favorite color, to match the girls' uniforms. At the school's first convocation, Winfrey took the stage to address the girls and their relatives, bussed in from across South Africa. For many years, people always asked me why didn't I have children, she told the crowd. Now I know. And, that's largely good, but you can also see a little weird. Although again, in like a very sympathetic way, Oprah is, by this point, very rich, and being very rich also means you're becoming increasingly unhinged as you age. Some of the evidence for that is that in addition to the stuff that is pretty fine, right? Like, okay, yeah, give them green umbrellas because that's your favorite color, whatever, you're paying for it, that's your right. During the big opening event for the school, because they're having a bunch of celebrities, Nelson Mandela and Diane Sawyer are showing up, she has the groundskeeper, because it's during the dry season, she has the groundskeepers paint the yellow grass green, which is... Again, not evil, just kind of oh yeah, that's the kind of thing you get to do when you have Oprah money.
Yeah. And the kind of thing you worry about. It's just I guess.
Yeah, the school's not going to look good enough if the grass is yellow. Now, Oprah has to date spent more than $100 million on both the school. This is initially, I think, supposed to be a $6 million project. It balloons to $40 million. And again, she's paid over $100 million at this point. So for one... harassment of classmates. At around the same time, a 17-year-old...
Hold on, damn it, it came back. I forgot to pause it. No. Okay. Hopefully y'all didn't catch too much of that when I switched over. Mostly because... Okay. Did anything that I would need to stop and restart the stream for? I feel like I should probably stop and restart it so I can get rid of that just to be safe. My brain is itching in paranoia now. Damn it, I should have been paying more attention because I meant to pause it before I switched over. I like the 0 and 1's background, that seems new. I switched it as part of one of the winter rent drive incentives. Winter rent drive incentives that happened. I've been using the green screen for a little while now, mostly when the apartment was more of a mess than it is at present, but now I've been using it since then because I just think it's neat. It seems fine. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it because I can't be bothered to stop it and then start the stream again. And then with any luck, I don't get thrown into the shadow realm over it. But yeah, hi everybody. Happy Sunday. I hope the day was restful and productive for y'all. Happy New Year. I've actually forgotten if I've streamed anytime in the New Year. I feel like I have, but in case I've forgotten entirely, Happy New Year. The long and short of it, for people who don't know what happened, I didn't wind up going to MagFest at all because I actually got sick on the Monday before I was supposed to leave. If you're in the Discord, you know most of the story already. But I got sick on the Monday before I was supposed to leave. And yeah, I probably streamed like on, going by the timing, it would have been the 2nd. Yeah, because the 2nd and then definitely the 4th. Wow, my set time's all messed up. The last time I probably would have streamed maybe would have been either the 4th. It was probably the 4th. Either the 2nd or the 4th was the last time I streamed because I got sick on the 5th and had to stay home from MagFest that week because of that. And then the week after I took off because I said, I was being honest with myself and going, I shouldn't be doing a lot of talking and other stuff while I'm also still sick like a dog. So yeah, it's been a while. But yeah, who all was here that I did not say hello to? So yeah, Lynn, Kettle, Cosmo. Yeah, good to see y'all. Good to see everybody. I'm happy to be back. Today might be a little bit slower because I did not get a chance to do any good to be here. We'll switch to like that Pathfinder starts up. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm pretty much feeling better now. I say pretty much because one of the things that wound up kind of knocking me over the head was that, like, yesterday for sure. All right, a couple other things that happened. So I went out. Unity's 3rd anniversary as a proper company was this past Thursday. So Friday we went out for hot pot and stuff, which is why there's no stream that day. So yeah, we got big things going on. MagFest for the rest of the team went really well, which is really good. Some shenanigans are happening with wow, words are hard. We have some shenanigans with Shootlancer that will be happening pretty soon, but I cannot get... Well, I mean, I guess it is on the Discord, so I guess I could talk about it at least a little bit publicly. So, yes, it's my... Right. Sorry, I had to take a minute to remind myself it's my channel. I'm allowed to talk about the things I'm involved in. People care about this, and it's cool. The TLDR is that we are going to be adding a 2-player component to Shootlancer. But if you want to be able to test that out, when it drops, we are doing specifically Discord-only releases starting from January 30th on the Discord for Shootlancer, or for Immunity specifically, which is not my Discord. If you want to go find that, if you go to our main page or you go to the Shootlancer page on itch, you can join the Discord that way. So if you're like really invested in that, then by all means. I will say that because of certain technical limitations on my end, if you're like, oh yeah, when 2-player comes out, I really want to test it, you need to have 2 controllers plugged in at all times, even if you're only using one. It's a hardware thing that I have not been able to figure out how to work around yet. It's a hardware thing that I haven't been able to figure out how to work around yet. So, and also because it's going to be in arcades where there's going to be 2 controllers connected all the time, it's probably going to get bumped way down the what's the word? With the way that the hardware is set up, it probably isn't as big a concern for me to figure out immediately because there's always going to be 2 controllers plugged in anyway. But yeah, the TLDR is, if you're interested in getting those when they drop, join the Immunity Discord. If you go to either our main website or to the Shootlancer, I think for sure definitely the itch page for Shootlancer has a link to the Discord. You may want to go head over there to go grab that if you really want to like keep up with that sort of stuff. Also, hi Stubby. This is so cool. I'm really proud of it. No, it's not condescending at all. I appreciate that. One of the things that I'm going to continue to work on as a human being is, you know, taking compliments. Taking compliments where they come. I appreciate y'all doing the thing. Thank you very much on that front. So yeah, that's more or less where all that stuff is at. Ideally, we should be getting back into more regular streaming stuff as things are going. I want to get back to game dev streams on Wednesdays, but we're gonna have to see how things go. part of that is that in the upcoming week, for Tuesdays in particular, I start that opportunity that I've been talking about in the Winter Rent Drive, where I've been like, hey, everybody, I have a thing that's starting in January that will help, like, do me for job stuff. But until that point, I really need this kind of support. The Winter Rent Drive is kind of still in effect, because even though that opportunity starts on Tuesday, I still have to make sure that I'm covered for the early part of February. So, yeah, as you see, Nightbot just said, if you can't give, then go give the link out to other people. And that's just as much of a big help. You put in $5 while I'm streaming, I put on googly eyes. $10 is 10 push-ups, sit-ups, and squats. $20 changes the green screen. And, oh yeah, we did already reach the Nocturne goal. I forgot to update that message, my bad. So at this point, basically, if we can make the 4K, Shadow Hearts is what gets put up at some point for Sunday streams. I gotta be careful where I'm clicking so I don't accidentally slip into a voice chat. I don't slip into a voice chat when I don't mean to, because that would be real embarrassing, real awkward. But yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much where we're at. Again, I know times are tight. I am keeping this open basically until probably at the very least until I get my first paycheck, so I can kind of like really feel out what the energy is as far as that's concerned, and see what's what. But that, if I've gotten everything right and my timing is right and everything, that's like the 1st of February I'm supposed to get my first paycheck. But yeah, any more support that we can get towards this will be a great like relief for me worrying about February. And basically, once February and once January's over and February is like off and running, I am immediately going to be less stressed out. I'm going to be immediately less stressed out about these things. So, you know, give if you can, distribute if you can't. That's pretty much all I've got. Alright, y'all. So, all that said, let's play some Lost Kingdoms 2. I know I saw Kettle say earlier that they'd never heard of Lost Kingdoms, so let me break this down and let y'all know what's what and what's up with this game for people who don't already know. So back in I need to go check my stream games list to be able to answer this accurately. So let's see here. Stream games list. Back in, I probably remembered this correctly, but I'm not sure. Yeah, 2021. So back in 2021, I happened to, oh, right, shoot, I need to, is he live right now? I don't know if he's live right now. I should double check. I just remembered that there was someone who said they want to hear about when I'm doing the thing with Lost Kingdoms, and I need to make sure they're not live, so I'm not causing them shenanigans. So let me see here. The FGC. You did notice that. I can talk about that a little bit also. Study. I'll come back to Lost Kingdom story. Let me send this message to this person. Probably not. He may not be able to make it, but I figure I should at least let him know. All right. So Lost Kingdoms, right? So in 2021, I almost said 2001. God, I've not been streaming that long. That would have been impressive because Twitch didn't exist back then. I'm pretty sure. Or if it did, I'm pretty sure it's still Justin.tv. One of those two. Anyway, in 2021, I was like, let me dig up one of my old favorite games, or at least one of my old games from like when I was coming up that I never actually finished up. Let me go bust that out for the stream, and that was Lost Kingdoms. I joke a lot and say that Lost Kingdoms is I joke a lot and I say that Lost Kingdoms is one of FromSoft's abandoned children or something to that effect. And I keep crying and begging for a new Lost Kingdoms game. But realistically speaking, the FromSoft that made Lost Kingdoms, I think most of those members of the team may not even still be at the company now. I am not entirely certain. But yeah, Lost Kingdoms is a FromSoft game. Not one of their very well-known ones as compared to something like Armored Core or, Demon Souls or Dark Souls or a lot of the other ones. But I really like Lost Kingdoms. It is basically an action game that also mixes some deck building shenanigans into it. So we played the first one many, many years ago. We are now playing the second one, which I am much more fresh to. And which has a number of improvements that I like over the first game. And it's pretty chill. Minus the circumstances under which I am currently in the game, which is, wow, I am lacking a lot of long-range cards for an encounter where I really, really need long-range cards. And I'd be really happy if I had long-range cards, but I don't. So I'm going to have to, I'm probably going to have to spend a lot of time farming them today because, oh boy. This is how I'll talk about Lost Kingdom 1 before I begin. Yeah, Lost Kingdoms 2 is... It's like 50-50. It's one of those things where, as a grown game designer, I realize a lot better than I did before. That there are certain things about having limitations that is both intentional from a game design perspective, and why sometimes you don't necessarily want to always let people do all of everything that they want to do all the time. There are reasons why sometimes you don't want to do that. That are actually very sensible and effective once you've been through them. They make a lot of sense as to why you would want to avoid that. And with the card having their particular limits as far as Lost Kingdoms is concerned, that's also still very true. Because it forces you to get creative and to think about the way that you want to build your decks and things like that. And that is important. Okay. Because basically the issue is mostly that in the lower chambers of the Runestone Caverns here, there's a boss. There's a boss that I have to fight where I need many more long range cards than I actually have, and I'm not super broke, but I also don't have a lot of options for long range cards in the way that I would like. I'm also flying a little cold on account of this game does not have a lot of real information and guides about it. Also, if I go and look up too many things, I'm going to spoil. I've already accidentally spoiled myself on certain plot points well before I meant to, which is a little frustrating, but can't be helped. Because basically speaking, the boss that I have to fight, I think I need a bunch of long-range cards that I don't have, which is more than a little frustrating. Wow, that knockdown animation is really long. It's not like enemies wait for you to get up. Yeah. You do have some iframes in a couple spots, so mostly... Yeah, like as far as these enemies are concerned, it's mostly just a matter of like making sure that you step the right way. I didn't, and that's why I got so messed up. There we go. Ouch. I do think you get a little bit of invulnerability also when you happen to like smack an enemy with certain attacking cards. So it becomes relatively less of a pain in the ass to like to check them for trying to bullshit you if you're careful. Yeah, the main thing that makes a lot of this... So the main thing mostly is that I can't get over to that island without a transformation card that I'm pretty sure I don't have now and probably won't get for a while. Which makes certain things much more difficult than they need to be. And I was hoping I'd be able to get a couple more... I was hoping I was going to be able to get a couple more cards just from defeating enemies, but I don't think it quite works that way. Fortunately, I do have another option for trying to get some more long-range cards sorted out. It's just that it's going to cost money, and I have to hope that I'm not making a horrible decision in terms of what cards I pick for that particular... But I think pick for that particular thing. Yeah, I didn't pick up any new cards. I didn't pick up any actual new cards while I was here. I only got restoratives for the ones I already had. So, alright. I think what I have to do at this point is I gotta go... I'm gonna have to go back over to... Alright. Shucks. I forgot to talk about the Stream Team stuff. Sorry. I got so wrapped up in the Lost Kingdom singing and problem solving, I forgot to talk about the Stream Team stuff. Yeah, so, I am a part of the Black speedrunning community known as Black in a Flash. We recently had an event called Speeding Through the Holidays over the course of the Kwanzaa weekend in December, and coming up we are going to be having one of our big yearly events, Back to Black. It'll be running in February on the main Games Done Quick channel. You should come by and come see it. How have I already forgotten the dates? My brain is empty and full of nonsense. I'm going to fix this right now. Because I should know this. I should know this and know it off the top of my head. Yeah, so Speeding Through the Holidays was December 27th through 28th. Okay, I don't think dates have been announced yet, actually, so I don't think I could... No, I'm lying. I'm lying. They have been. My brain is empty, I'm telling you. February 5th to 8th, 2026. those are the dates. If you want the schedule, here it is. Yes. As Stubby noted, I am a part of the Black and the Flash Twitch team now. That is a thing that is happening. If you are Black and you want to get into speedrunning and all this other stuff, I strongly recommend, if you're Black and want to get into that, the link, if you go to what's there in the profile, is for applying to the actual Black and the Flash community. Again, yes, it's for Black people. I know that the name kind of makes it obvious, but I am stressing it intently on purpose. Join the community first. The actual team application stuff will be a little bit down the line. Yeah, so the invite that's there, if you are Black and you're into speedrunning, is specifically to join the community. There is, at present, that other stuff as far as like joining the actual team. If you are Black and have an interest in, if you are a speedrunner or if you have an interest in learning speedruns and stuff like that, I strongly suggest you join the community first. The link to that is in the link near the profile. The link in the Twitch team profile has that. So if you want to join the community first and sort of figure out where you want to land as a Black speedrunner, join the community first, get your feet under you, and then you'll be able to hear about like stuff for the applications when they're open. For my part, after some thinking, because I know that I've been talked about, I know that I have been talking about, I really want to get back into speedrunning and stuff like that, on and off, both here and in my head. I'm pretty sure that I probably want to come up with like Metroid Zero Mission. Probably any percent for Metroid Zero Mission. I really was thinking very hard about Metroid Dread, but the thing about Metroid Dread is that the enemies make me too anxious to even really think about it. I know that it can be learned and they can manipulate it and stuff like that. I'm just like, it's too much work. So it's highly likely that if I actually get a chance to really like dig into that again the way I would like to, I would probably run Metroid Zero Mission. This community is good. Yeah, no, like, Kettle. The Black and the Flash has got you. Black and the Flash has got you. We've got you. You don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about that at all. We got you. Like, I've had a good time with the community. Has always been nothing but supportive for me. Like, literally, I mentioned in there, yeah, I think I might be thinking about MZM, and I literally had at least like 2 people go, hey, yo, yeah, be up on that. So, like, yes, like, they are the reason why I am even considering, like, yeah, I think I want to learn MZM at some point. Right? So if it wasn't for them like bigging me up, I probably wouldn't have even been thinking about it. to be completely honest with you. So yeah, they're chill. So yeah, TLDR, if you're interested in joining like the speedrunning community, yeah, if you're interested in joining the Black and the Flash speedrunning community, if you go to my Stream Team profile, the link that's there will let you join the community specifically. This like actual applications for Stream Team stuff is still being sorted out. But yeah, if you're Black and you're into speedrunning, you are a speedrunner, or you're thinking about speedrunning, come join us over there at Black and the Flash. Okay, right. So, right. I was gonna say, now we need to do the thing that I need to figure out for, gotta go to the card shop. Alright, so this is the part that I was worried about, because in this game, I'm kind of sort of broke as fuck. So, we gotta see how expensive this is, and if it's really expensive, I'm going to be screaming and crying and throwing up, followed by going, shittity shit fuck. So, one of the nice things about this game... Oh, right. I forgot. Fuck. I may not have the money for... I may not have... So, here's basically the way that this works, right? If you want to be able to... yeah, there's no way I'd be able to get duplicates of that. Fuck me. Basically speaking... as far as cards are concerned, if you use a card, it gains experience, right? And once a card has gained significant amounts of experience, you have two options. You can either upgrade that card into a different form, right? Either you can upgrade that card into a different form, or you can duplicate it, right? So if you copy it, you still have to, like, this is how they kind of keep you from doing shenanigans, right? If you intend to copy a card, you still have to be able to, what's the word I'm looking for? If you intend to copy a card, right, you still have to pay an experience cost for it. And this is to keep you, I would assume, from doing stuff like, oh yeah, I'm going to copy this one card. I'm gonna copy this one card, you still have to give up a chunk of experience in order to like make the copy. The main thing that I'm running into is that the Crystal Rose is probably my only other decent long range card, and I think aside from like using Dark Raven or a couple other things, so I was gonna try to like grind to do some shenanigans, but I can't even copy the Crystal Rose because I don't have nearly as much experience for it, and that would involve using it a bunch, and I only have one Crystal Rose card, which makes it harder. I will duplicate the Dark Raven anyway, just because, you know. Having more range cards can't hurt. I think I might have enough to. I think I can copy Skeleton. And this is the thing, right? I want to be judicious and make sure that I have at least one copy of every card. Because I could always go, like, I can always go back and buy a skeleton. I could have just bought a skeleton. I can also just buy. Okay, this is maybe less grim than I thought. I probably could have just. Damn it! All right. Oh yeah, I'm short now. Hang on a second. Alright, hang on. I love how wild I can just buy skeleton sounds out of context. Yeah, lol. Hold on. I'm just gonna do a thing real quick because I realized that if I can just buy skeleton cards. If I can just buy skeleton cards, then I'm just gonna. Come back to this save file real quick, and we're just going to use that XP that I just earned. We're just going to use it on upgrading, on evolving the 2 skeletons. Then I just buy a new skeleton card as a base one if I really need. All right. I should be able to do this without putting myself into too much of a hole. Especially if it's just cheaper to just buy another Dark Raven as opposed to like burning experience on it. I should have just checked that in the first place. Silly me. Alright. Now I would have been short either way. So let's... Okay, yeah, we're gonna get you, because Undead Knight is pretty sick, but the Wraith actually has some long-range stuff that I would really like to be able to, like at this point, like I said, right, the main thing is that like I need cards that can hit at a range. So we're just gonna get a Wraith. I'll buy a skeleton to make up for the one that I just got rid of. I'll buy another Raven to make up for that one. Giant Crab. Do I have one already? I don't. But it's 120 gold. Will-O-Wisp. Yeah! Yeah. And then I'm going to save this in a separate slot just in case I wind up regretting. Just in case those wind up not helping at all, I'm going to make a save in a third slot. This is why you should rotate your saves when you're playing these sorts of games. Because it allows you, in case you've made a horrible fucking mistake, you can run that back a little bit and avoid getting shenaniganed on. Was it you or PT who streamed? I don't think PT has done it. I would like to do it. There's a pretty good shot that even if we don't make the 4K for the Winter Rent drive, then I probably will stream Shadow Hearts 1 at some point. It'll just be much later, probably, than I would have planned on it. I would like to stream at least Shadow Hearts 1. Just because, again, while I'm also, like, a lot of the games that I have in my like potential streaming backlog, some of them, not all of them, are games that I'm like, yeah, I need some other while a lot of these games are from like back when I was like, you know, doing whatever it is, right? Okay, right. I have to adjust the balance a little bit now. You can also only have like 30 cards in your deck, so that is also a factor here. Yeah, okay, Porky Pig is not helpful here. I still want this to be like my nice, like... I still would like this to be my nice, like, rounded out deck. So it has like a little bit of everything. Let me see, player spawn. Yeah, I don't need that quite so. All right. Sand Beetle, not so much. Demon Hound, no. You also need that. Let me think here. Ghoul. I think unless I'm like aiming for certain parts of this boss's like body, like melee cards are not it really. I don't know if we have to worry about any of that. Okay, so total magic requirement 71. The too powerful, that too powerful that you see there basically means that, so let me look at my status to explain this real quick, because I talked about this on the last stream, but this is important. So, the main thing to keep in mind is that, in Lost Kingdoms 2 in particular, you have a certain attribute level, right? You have a certain attribute level that you can use with each attribute of card. And basically speaking, as you increase your ability with a specific attribute, you are able to field stronger cards of that attribute without having to pay extra magic stones when you use them. So the fact that I have a card that says too powerful 1 in there means that I have one card. I have one card. I have one card that happens to be, we are at the very start. Yeah, I thought so. I have one card that happens to be too high for a specific skill level that I have. You can see that it's highlighted there in green. Oh, whoops, I didn't mean to use one of the Will-O-the-Wisp cards already. Oh wait, I can set those up. Oh, that's bad. I did not know I could also set off the Will-O-the-Wisp cards. That's unfortunate. I need to be careful about that. The one other thing I have to be careful of is that there's technically a hazard in this stage that I think I can't see it, not because it's meant to be invisible, but because for whatever reason there are certain rendering things that are not happening on my screen. So I can't see the hazards, which means if I walk into something and I start suddenly losing health, it's because one of those things is there and I couldn't see it.
Finally, I thought that cursed tunnel would never end.
Have you seen the lights? I saw them. Little balls of light they were. What do you think they are? Yeah, like, that's the hazard I'm talking about. I can't... It doesn't look like they're rendering on my screen correctly, which means that if you see me walking and I suddenly start losing health, it's because I hit one of those and I couldn't see it. Yeah, like that. Which is annoying, but I don't know what to do about that. There's like one other system thing I can try to do to see if I can fix that, but the important part is that during the boss fight, the ones I have to avoid are not invisible. So,
I thought this place was supposed to be full of rune stones.
So yeah, to catch everybody up on Lost Kingdoms 2's story, because I realized I hadn't been talking about that, and it's been a couple weeks since we played this game. So, our main character is named Terra Grimface. She is carrying around on her back a runestone, which is used to summon and control monsters. This place that we are currently in is supposed to be this place that we're in is supposed to be a place where the country of Kendaria makes runestones of their own. Right? That's the whole idea. And so the plan is the Band of the Scorpion that we're with here wants to...
Hey! Look, it's the rune stones. We found the motherlode. Oh, we're gonna retire rich, boys. Filthy, stinking rich.
Help! Help! Boss, we gotta get out of here! They're everywhere! Run!
Yeah, they're not rendering for whatever reason, but the idea here is that you're supposed to get mugged by one of the lights.
The door! It's shut! Come on! Let me out! Let me out!
So apparently these lights, when they touch people, bad shit happens, TM. Alright, we have an ad break going on, and we have another cutscene coming up. So I'm gonna chill for a minute while ads are going, and then once ads are clear, I'll keep going. So I guess we get to see if either I can figure out a way around the situation that I'm in, or if I'm about to eat some shit. Wait, did it? Oh, okay, no. It gave the warning first and then did the ads. Okay. Yeah, I'm just taking a look around some other stuff first and trying to think about some things before we get into it. I'm entirely afraid that I might have botched Alright. should be back. Spectrum talking about free internet forever sounds like such a scam. A lie, don't care who tells Spectrum. Yeah, they're almost certainly full of shit. Alright, I forgot how to lock on the people already. I'll have to remember in a minute. It's one of these buttons. Oh, cool! Okay, cool. I got a little wisp back. That had me sweating for a minute. All right.
Oh, what a drab bunch of fellows you are. Those costumes are absolutely dreary.
And what idiot are you?
I am Leod the Eighth, King of Candaria, and soon to be King of the entire world. You have no doubt come here in an attempt to steal our famous runestones, yes?
That's right, Prince Buttercup. We're gonna take your precious little rocks, and you can't do a thing about it.
Oh my, but you sound fierce. Oh, what's this? You there, that runestone on your back. Yes, it is! Oh, no wonder the queen never uses her runestone. And to think I was worried. It's right here, the true runestone right under my nose. Oh, what a happy day. God, when it's over, bring me that runestone. Well, I must bid you farewell. Fear not, we shall not let your souls go to waste. Stumble on, my fine friends. Ta-ta!
Leod the Eighth. He didn't deny being a fool. That's the reason why that message got held. That word that you were trying to use, that one is an ableist one. So it's blocked on the channel. So that's why that message got held. Yeah, you're good. It's just one of those things where, like, especially in, like, spaces where, like, I hate, where I can, like, that kind of stuff, I'm usually like, nah. Sweet.
Get away! Get out of here!
I know it's not as, I know it's not as effective when we can't actually see what is actually attacking them and everything, but yeah, there's supposed to be, like, lights there. Yeah, this is the boss I was talking about earlier, where I was like, oh yeah, if I don't have ranged options, this becomes really shitty really fast. So I'm kind of annoyed that this is the way that they set this boss up in particular. The good thing is that the boss does take, like, neutral damage, but... or the boss is at least, like, a neutral damage boss, but, like... So the good thing is mostly that, like, as long as I'm patient and I don't get hit by those things, and just make sure that I'm picking up the blue fairies when they show up, I should more or less be okay. I might get hit by that. One, two... Okay. Just taking our time. Taking our time. Ah, fuck. Yeah, this is why I don't want to get hit by those, because if I do, those are, I think, the same spheres that have been, like, stealing health from me that I couldn't see this whole time. So... Okay, good. Flame up. Swipe. Swipe. I'm pretty sure probably I can hit with melee cards if I stand right outside of the range of, if I stand right outside of the range of the swipes and I pop with a melee card then, I can probably pull it off. So if I stand maybe right outside of that line when it does melee swipes on the ground, like this line that I just crossed over, I might be able to actually pop it, but I'm not sure. Okay, so they stop right there. Alright, let's see if this will reach. Okay, good. It did. Ah, fuck. Fuck. Ah, shit. Okay, we gotta back up a bit. Blue fairy, please come over here. Okay, that's good. That chest-looking thing screams weak point, but it seems like the game doesn't really care if you hit it or not. Kinda. Alright, come on, buddy. Spit. Ah, fuck. Alright. Spit. Oh no. Oh yeah, this is bad. This is actually really bad. Come on, come here. Please be health. Fuck, couldn't reach. Oh no. Alright, nope. Okay, yeah, speed boost. There we go. I might have bit it here. Ah! That was not what I needed, Billy. So there are two issues here, right? If I run out of magic stones, then I start casting spells with my own HP, and that can and will kill me. And I don't have the HP to spare. So this is not what we would call an ideal situation in any circumstance. Please be health. Ah, God damn it. Nah, I couldn't reach. Ah. Okay. Is there more of the arena? I'm more or less in the spots where I can use it. Kinda. Okay. Alright. I'm scared of how much that Will-O-the-Wisp is gonna cost to cast. Okay, 3 health. I think I might be able to get away with that. Depending on what this is. Come on, come here. Yeah, okay. I can get away with that. So let me drop. I'm gonna try to drop the Will-O-the-Wisp right in its face, and if it does a swipe or something, then yeah, not ideal. If I could have dropped it a little bit closer, like off of, like actually over. Yeah, nah, cooked. Ah! Alright. On the other hand, I'm gonna go into the upper chambers real quick and just force a level real quick, because that will give me at least one more MP to spend. And then we just gotta make it work. So I think I can afford to maybe try to buy more of the Death Ravens and see if that... Yeah, like as y'all can see, right? As far as like melee cards go, if you time it correctly, you can use melee cards to avoid eating shit. But you basically have to have really clean timing for that. So it wouldn't be impossible for me to use melee cards on the boss, but it's one of those things where I have to be able to accurately call out that it's going to do an arm swipe, and then pop it in the nose when it tries to arm swipe me. Range is a lot easier to work with, especially because like if I fuck up and I misread an arm swipe, I lose 25 HP. So it's like, you know, what do I do? Anyway, I got the level up that I wanted. So... we're going to rotate the save over to slot 1 now. Okay. So, it looks like more or less that, like... yeah, so at this point... the main thing is that if I had... because thankfully from the card shop I can afford to buy more Ravens, and it doesn't... I don't remember or know if there is a hard limit on the number of copies of a particular card you can have in your deck. So if I need to, I could just buy more Dark Ravens and just kind of use that to kind of force my way through. Because mostly, like, as y'all have seen, basically as long as I keep getting relatively good with the blue fairies that I pick up, I can make it work. It might also just be a thing where I'm literally just sitting here going through it a couple more times, either to get more experience for level ups or for other stuff. The only unfortunate thing is that I do have to start from the top. So I can probably save my melee cards at least for some of the regular enemies that are around here to help sort of get a little bit more experience and level up stuff. And then I gotta save the range cards for the boss, I think. I just have to be careful about how many cards I use up, mostly because the more cards that I use up that are ranged, the harder of a time I'm going to have against the boss. But yeah, to everybody else's comments, yeah, even in Lost Kingdoms, FromSoft was making some FromSoft-ass bosses well before they were the FromSoft that we know now. 100%. We've already seen this cutscene, so yeah, I'm going to start skipping cutscenes because we've seen these already. We did last week, but I know that there are people who weren't here. Well, not last week. We did see some of these last time, but I know there were people who were not here last time. So I want to, you know, make sure that they're also relatively caught up on what all the hell is going on here. Okay. Whoops. Misread that spacing by a little bit. Up ahead. I think, anyway. So if you ever hear me stop and like look around a little bit, or it looks like I'm locking in for a second, assume that I'm trying to hear out where I see a blue fairy somewhere. Okay, it looks like I might have also dodged at least some of the evil soul orbs on the way in this time, at least. So that's good. Hang on, phone call.
Oh, what a drab bunch of fellows you are. Those costumes are absolutely dreary.
And what idiot are you?
I am Leon VIII, King of Candaria, and soon to be King of the entire world. You have no doubt come here in an attempt to steal our famous runestones, yes?
That's right, Prince Buttercup. We're gonna take your precious little rocks, and you can't do a thing about it.
Oh my, but you sound fierce. Oh, what's this? You there, that runestone on your back. Yes, it is! Oh, no wonder the queen never uses her runestone. And to think I was worried. It's right here, the true runestone right under my nose. Oh, what a happy day. God, when it's over, bring me that runestone. Well, I must bid you farewell. Fear not, we shall not let your souls go to waste. Stumble on, my fine friends. Ta-ta!
Alright. So yeah, this might be the run. Nope, I ate shit. Well, if it's only the one time, it's fine. I ate shit on one. That's fine, I guess. Nope. Now get your ass back here. Okay. Yeah, they scream and die, and now it's this thing with this boss. The actual name of this boss is a spoiler, so I can't say it just yet. Ah, shit. I'm already messing up. Okay. Okay, Sean, just pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention. Kinda look to clean this stuff. Okay. I was hoping that that thing would hit more than once, but apparently it does not. Fuck. Okay. Okay. Spider was helping out. Spider, you're cool. I love you, buddy. That was so much damage. Alright, I think we got it. This might be the run as long as I don't fuck up and get hit by another lightning ball. Alright, come on. Yes! Woo! Yeah, I agree, Tara.
Looks like I got here just in time. Are you hurt? Don't you hate monsters that don't have the good sense to stay dead? Here's the plan. You go out the back, I go out the front. Got it? Terra! The Kandarians will be coming for you! They want that runestone! Leon will never stop chasing you, so be careful!
Ah, damn. Ah, 1 star. I only get 1 bonus card. This hurts. So many lifesteal cards I'm getting lately. I'm not even upset. But alright, we made it. Ooh. Alright, let's see here now. Alright, so I don't want any earth creatures in here. So water creatures are fine, but I don't really want any earth creatures in here for where I'm going next. Yeah, so I know it says fire, and then I have a bunch of cards in here that are not fire, that aren't fire decks, but it's mostly, I named them by the primary element. So we're going to take the fire deck in here because this is mostly wood cards, or mostly wood type enemies. So that's what we're kind of selecting for here. I'm just really happy that we were able to clear that. I thought I was going to have to stock up a lot more on long range cards than I actually did, and I'm happy that I kind of maybe misread that on my part. Oh, I hate rain. I get so wet. Do you have any idea how hard it is to fly when your wings are sopping wet? Oh, alright. Damn it. Good thing I've got a card for lifesteal. Except I missed the lifesteal card both times because apparently I'm just a klutz. Mandragora card. 150 magic stones. Yeah, I'll take it. Will-o'-the-wisp is so damn useless, I swear. Yeah, so you may have seen that thing that said, like, wood up, wood down. Basically speaking, as you use cards from one element, the element that that card is weak against, your ability to use cards of that type will decrease. So as I use more fire cards, my ability to handle wood cards goes down and vice versa. But like, considering the types of enemies that I'm currently up against, right? I just saw a really weird man wearing a mask. The red fairies will be useful for another thing that we're doing. Which is why I'm making sure that I pick them up as I go along. A mechanic like that could be really meaningless. A lot of monsters. Yeah. Generally speaking, at least the only thing that it generally affects is, Hang on. Oh, the enemies have a wood power-up somewhere, it looks like. That's... how annoying. Come here. Oh. If you have two cockroaches cards, you can make them attack both together at once. Okay, that's actually something to keep in mind. Let's use this restore point real quick to get some health back. Having another Mandragora right now is not super helpful. Well, that's a lie, actually. Because I've already used up one Will-O-the-Wisp, and it was not super helpful. So, you can come out, give me Mandragora. Okay, so there is something around here that I think is... Oh, it might be that card. Dryad. Cool. Yeah, it was the Dryad that was causing it. Huh. You will now be able to use magic boosters wherever they are present. Example of magic booster shown as right. When transforming into another creature, you can increase the transform time by stopping in a magic booster. Okay. Let's see. That's very useful, actually. Why do you look so sad, daughter of man? So, the transform creatures that they're talking about basically let you traverse the environment in different ways by smashing things or otherwise breaking things. But they are also... whoops. The other useful thing about transform creatures is that you can also use them for combat. So if you have like a specific transform creature that you want to use that's good for combat and you happen to be near one of those magic booster points, you can use them to like...
One moment, young lady. That is an interesting bauble you have there. I wonder if you know what it is.
Ooh.
It is the one true runestone, the runestone of queens. May I see it?
She's trustworthy.
How you're not really afraid of an old woman,
Not a joke.
are you? Well, perhaps you have your reasons. I am called Gerd. I am but a simple old woman, but I know a thing or two about life. Why don't you tell me what's troubling you, my child? Ah, I see. Your mother gave you that runestone on the day you were abandoned. Of course you don't want anyone to touch it. And there must be many out there who would try to take it from you. Nevertheless, it is the Queen's runestone. You must go to Alanja and meet with the Queen. It may be that you will learn something of your family there. But you must not delay. The Kendari are preparing to lay siege to the castle of Alanja. Will you take some advice from an old woman before you go? Not everyone in this world is evil. Someday, you will know someone that even you can trust, Peregrine Face.
So yeah, if you remember the first game any at all, that old woman will seem very familiar to you. And that is because, this is not spoilers from the first game. Gold was the lady who taught the protagonist of the first game, how to use her runestone. Yeah, we can't reach there. So, like, for this one, we need a transformation. We need a transformation that was flying in order to actually reach over there. I was about to swing on that man. Okay, no. I still gotta swing on that man. Okay. Oops. Okay, there we go. Okay, so it's all based on which one I'm facing. Alright. Oops. I found the Eno Runestone. Wonder what that does, actually. Now I'm actually curious. Unfortunately, I had to eat a poison attack while that was going, but... So yeah, the Kandarians are making as we saw from the previous boss fight, they are like making runestones and stuff, so... But yeah, Gerd taught the previous protagonist how to use her runestone and all that, but that was many hundreds of years ago. Which makes this which brings up questions of how she's still alive, but you know. Oh, huh. Does using those rest points actually bring back... That's interesting. That might be some bonfire shit, actually. I hadn't thought about that. Or it could have just been that you do not question how a Swamp Witch is still alive. You know, you're right. That's fair. You're right. Anyway. I am hoping, TM, that... Alright, cool. End mission. Cool. Ah, 1 star. So the only thing that's bad about getting low numbers of stars like this is that it means that you get less bonus cards to pick from when you've finished an area for the first time. So first things first, we're going to come back over to Kadishu and go visit Jarvy's house. Because every time we get over a certain threshold of red berries collected, we get something new from him. So we want to come back every now and again and see him. So, one more, and we're almost there. I guess we can also stop by the card shop and see what all is over there, but I'm not sure there's going to be a lot. Alright, let's see here. Oh, they do shuffle. Okay. Flying Gray. Okay. Wizard. 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 I can't afford the other stuff though, because that's a lot of money. So I will buy a couple of Flying Rays though. And then we should be good. I'll buy like 3 Flying Rays. Alright. I think it's a good thing then that I still have at least 1 skeleton card, because if I don't get any skeleton cards back, this means that I am going to need to plan on making some duplicates, unless I get stronger ones. Earth is strong. Alright, so now we want... where is it? Earth, fire... We're gonna make a wood deck now. And Earth is... Yeah, we're not going to be using this one yet. I just need to check one. I got to check my elements again. The only thing is that I don't quite have the elemental circle down in this game yet. Okay, so I want to avoid water cards in this one. So I can afford to throw in a couple fire cards. They're not hobgoblins, they're not super useful, really. I should reweight that in the fire deck, because hobgoblins are kind of shitty. I need them for experience purposes, to try to maybe replace them with something else, but like... So yeah, I want a couple of fire cards in here. I think to deal with whatever vaguely wood-related cards are going to come up in here, but I don't necessarily need a lot of them. Never take any water cards. They should be support ones probably. So like fairy is good. I'll take one of the blood bush at least. And one will-o'-the-wisp should be fine. Alright. So yeah, even when I have like majority decks, the thing that I found is helpful is that even with decks that are like a majority of a particular element, to mix in a couple of the ones that are related, a couple of other cards from other elements that I have that are still relatively strong in other aspects, so that I'm not completely out on my ass. I want to check one thing though, because I'm curious. there are some guides to this game, but then there are other things where I'm just like, I don't know what collecting this thing. I don't know what this thing was that I got. Damn it. Alright, fine. Yeah, I don't know what that thing was that I got from that one runestone user in the forest, and I don't know how to use it. So I guess we're just gonna find out later. Watch out for dragon droppings. This place is full of dragon nests. No matter how many of those baby dragons you get rid of, there will always be more. I found the Hellhound card. Pretty cool. Okay, Let me see something here. Nope. Ah, damn it. Didn't mean to use that card already. I wanted to examine this to see what the Hellhound card was. Okay, it's a transformed creature and it has jump. More than 30 cards in this deck. Okay, hold on. So thankfully, this thing that I'm doing here where I'm shuffling cards, it puts cards at the bottom of the deck, but it does not discard them entirely. So I just need to shuffle till I got to... I should have canceled that as soon as I got up, because now I don't have... Yeah, this might be bad. Yeah, and I can't get down because I don't have the... Oh, that's rough. Alright. Yeah. At least I'm pretty sure I still kept the card that I got from there, which... Yeah, I need that one for exploring, and I cannot fight in that form, because if I run out of that, then I can't jump down. So I need to be much more careful. Dryad... Well, no, I do actually still want the Dryad in there because it is good for wood cards. I just need to adjust my balance a little bit here. Alright. I know another ad is here, but we don't have any story-related stuff to go, so... Alright, so first things first, we're gonna block that off. We're gonna go over here for plot progression instead of doing the thing that we were doing before. Because I would like to fight, I would like to fight that nerd and get that runestone drop off of him, but I am not trying to do that. I'm not trying to do that when I am also trying to balance that against, like, I'm not going to try to do that and balance it against needing the rest of my cards for exploration. So, alright, alright, buddy. You can go back for now. I need you. Cancel, come on, cancel. Let me out. Alright. What in the... Nope. No, please don't do that. I was just trying to do that. You want to go to Alanja? And just keep going straight, you'll get there. I got another Hellhound card, that's good at least, but alright. But what I really need is for this blue fairy to give me either health or magic. That was neither of the things that I needed. Thank you. Okay. Okay, I do appreciate that they keep giving me Hellhound cards because it means that I'm not going to be like I'm not going to be ass up without any way of like traversing the area. And I got another level up out of all that, which I'm happy about. Yeah, I don't think that guy can reach over there. I think I just jumped down from there, didn't I? I think so. Having a mini-map is helpful, but also there are times where you just still get lost. I heard you can combine 2 Archer Tree cards with a Stone Golem card to create a new attack. Alright, cool. Adder Poker, and 300 Magic Stones. I'll take that. That's money. Ow! Nah, buddy, we're good. I don't have anything I have to say to you. We're good. Okay, so it doesn't get you. It's not high enough for that. Alright. Bet. Okay, so then that's not that. So that's not that way. That way up there is a dead end. Now we're good. I have nothing to say to you. We're good. It's over here, I think. Yeah. Ah, ball sack. I mean, boss side, right wing with dragon. Alright, pretty cool. Oh, there we go. Made it. Whew. I got 2 baby dragons, though. I'll take that. 2 cards I didn't have before. Alright, I still do want to go back into the Fossil Boneyard, though, and go... I want to go punch that one person with the runestone in his nose. So... we're going to go back in there. We're going to go up to that one boost point that was over there, punch that dude in the nose, and then keep moving on with the plot. Because, better to do it now. And now that I'm not, like, trying to run on a time limit, you know, we can actually afford to get that done. Hang on, let me look at my deck. Unless they didn't keep the changes. Hang on. No, I only have the one Hellhound card. Okay. That's fine. Just gotta move out of the way of this, and I should be fine. Damn, I mistimed it. It's fine. Alright. This is why I chose to wait until after we'd already come through here. Yeah, we can use this one, and I think this is fine. Because now that we've mostly cleared the task at hand, it's just a matter of I need to just punch this dude in the face till he falls over and stops moving. Yeah, okay. So never mind. I do mostly need like a wood. I think I still mostly need a wood type deck. Because it looks like it's mostly earth cards that he's putting out. Yeah, there we go. This should work better for this. Alright. Because I want that thing. I want it bad. Ah. Hey, Shen. Okay. Interesting. You never played Wild Arms? I've heard of it. Have not played it. Okay, so I did finally figure out what fighting these weirdos and getting their runestones is for. I'm going to keep doing that. It's very important that I do, for various reasons. Okay, mostly wood, but a mix of other things. Let's go back to the round deck and edit it a bit to level out the numbers a little. Need a couple more wood cards from the look of it. Nah, you can go to hell, because you're not useful at all. Yeah, that should do. But yeah, I have not played Wild Arms, but I've heard of it. I know of it. System. We are going to drop a save here, though, before we go on to this part. So we'll rotate back over to this one. I think we can maybe clear this level, and then... How you doing, Chen? Hopefully well. Alright, we need to go see what's his face. I saw some Kendari soldiers going over the bridge a while ago. I think they locked the gate when they left. Yeah, they did. I saw them do that. Oh, it looks like we have a... Maybe we can jump up there to get that treasure chest also? Maybe? But we gotta go... I realize that we gotta go see a guy about a thing real quick before we do this. Before we come over here and do this, we gotta see a guy about a thing. Let's go to Jarvy's house real quick. Because there's a thing we gotta do, because we picked up a couple of red fairies, I think, since we've been to see him last, so we should come by again. I've learned that red fairies love to hide in various places. They like tree stumps, wells, anywhere they can fit. Yeah, so basically speaking, he's saying that so that you know if you hear the chiming of a red fairy and you can't see one, then it's usually a good idea to go, like, actually sit down and look. The thing that you may want to do is, like, actually listen closely and see if you can hear it over there. We're going to edit the round deck just a little bit. Oh, okay. So, a berserker is pretty much as the name implies. If you put one in, there's a very good chance that that boy will just get angry and pop you in your jaw. So, we will not be using the Berserker very often, if at all, because, as y'all saw, dodging is, and moving. This is, I joke when I say this, but you can tell that this is a FromSoft game because of how deliberate you have to be with your movement. Because I have, oh, and would you look at that? I got... Oh wait, no, I have to... Well, okay, hey. Nah, y'all are good. You can chill out. I said y'all can chill out. Hey, buddy. Let them twerk? Lol. Shan, no. Steve, move out of the way. Move out of the way. No, I just gotta lure him back over toward it. Come on. Fuck! Why I hate Will-O-the-Wisp sometimes. Ugh. Ouch, fuck. Alright. But yeah, like the joke I was trying to make before I got my shit pushed in is that you can tell it's a FromSoft game because of how deliberate of a thing that they make movement in the first place, where you don't have like a lot of like easy dips or dives to get around the shit that enemies will do to you. You have to time your decoy pillar. You basically have to time your attacks very carefully if you're looking for like raw invincibility. Like you don't have like a dodge roll or anything in this game. So it's just one of those things where it's like, I'm trying not to get I'm trying not to get my shit pushed in. You just got to be really good with knowing when to throw your attack cards and stuff like that, or you're just gonna get hit. No idea on this Concept. I don't know if they'll ever make it anymore, but that game was dope. I didn't want to summon Death there. Because Death can theoretically insta-kill certain enemies if it hits them, but because of the fact that, like, because my magic level for neutral, my element level for neutral attacks is so low, fuck. Because my element level for neutral attacks is so low, if I use that even a little bit, I get one shot before I've almost severely overshot my magic capacity. So I have it as a backup, but I try not to use it unless I have literally no choice. Because now, basically, I can still cast magic and fight and stuff, but, like, now I'm running on really, really tight time. So I would really rather not do that. If I have the option to avoid it, I would rather not. I don't know what that does, so I'm not touching it. Oh my goodness, it's the queen! Oh, wait, you're not the queen. Shoot, I wanted to see a royal. I don't know what will happen if I touch that, so I'm not going to touch it. I'm scared. But Concept is a mix of, like, Monopoly and Magic. A treasure easily attained is a treasure not worth having. I'm gonna be really annoyed if it means that me opening that has screwed me out of a better reward later. I'll be very upset about that. Okay, so it looks like touching that just brings down one of those gates, maybe? Or one of those bridges, maybe? Okay, I can actually fight now, because that fairy thankfully restored, some of my, restored my magic power. So if I need to fight, I can now. Okay, so am I supposed to use like a... No, because I don't think... I don't know if the transformation card is fast enough to make it over there in time and back up. I can try, but I don't think it'll work. Oh. I guess that theoretically would do it, wouldn't it? Except I don't have any way... Oh, damn it. Because that enemy won't move. Alright, I gotta check one thing. Because I'm pretty sure I know what I should be doing here, but... Welcome back, Kaz. Okay. Alright, so it looks like the actual solution is a little bit less complicated than I thought. The only problem is that I don't know if I have the cards to pull this off. Thank you for entirely missing all of those hits, buddy. Okay. That's why they gave me... Alright, I think I know what to do. So basically... Where's the deck point? So basically, I need to use... It's over here. Okay. So basically speaking, I'm going to have to swap out a couple cards here. And hopefully they gave me enough of what's here that I can get away with this without... Alright, yeah. So basically speaking, the reason why it gave me... Okay. Alright, so this is how this one works. Not what I wanted to do. I just want to turn these nice little heads, and that's it. Yeah, look, if I didn't say it already, welcome back, Cosmo. Sorry, I'm focus facing so I can try to just slip. Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Come on! I made it. Thank God. Who? Oh, it's you little shit. Okay. Alright. Hold on. Focus facing. Focus fake. Alright. Hey, you, come here. Why did you... Okay. This is fine. This is fine. I can make this work. I can make this work. Oh, you dick! Okay. Oh, God. Yeah, decoy pillar. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to use that for shit. I am going to want a Mareed, given what I was just running into. I don't need that anymore. Yeah, I need to stack with a couple more water cards, given what's waiting for me at the end. Yeah, Will-O-The-Wisp is not helping me at all, so piss off. Actually, don't I have a water deck? No, I don't. I guess now's the time to make one. I don't have enough time to attempt that one again. Tempted as I am, I don't think I have enough time to attempt it again. So we are going to make a water deck, and I'll use that for next time. As bad as I want the run back, I don't want it bad enough to burn... Need just a couple more to fill this one out. Throw in one more Mandragora, just to be safe. Alright. So yeah, it's 9:05, so I don't want to try to run this one back. But I do appreciate y'all coming by to hang out. Let me drop a save though. All right. So thank y'all for coming by. Deeply appreciate it. Next stream will probably be on Friday. We're back in with Fighting Friday and all that other stuff come Friday. Don't let Relic step after this fun, I think. Excellent. So yeah, thank y'all for coming by. I do appreciate it. We'll be back on Friday with more Fighting Friday stuff. Do enjoy it. And then, of course, next Sunday will be more Lost Kingdoms 2. I am thinking, given the way that timing stuff kind of feels like, I'm thinking that possibly, I'm not going to say for hard sure yet, I'll announce it before I make a hard decision about this. I'm pretty sure that definitely by the time February rolls around, I think I definitely want to switch over to, at least for right now, probably 3 hours each. That's my gut feeling. Partially because, and I may change my mind about this, but at least for right now, it feels like having the extra hour to myself on Saturday is helpful for like days like today when I wake up late and things like that. So next Friday is definitely 6 to 9 this upcoming Friday, this week's Friday, 6 to 9 p.m. Eastern time. Sunday, I'll let y'all know if I decide if to do 5 or 9 or do 6 to 9, but if I switch, either I'll do it starting from next Sunday stream or something else. Not sure. Thank y'all for coming by. Deeply appreciate it. Stay safe, wash your hands, wear a mask if you go outside. Be excellent to each other. But not to bigots, racists, terrorists, sexists, anti-queer folks, or fascists, or people who support ICE. Fuck ICE, melt ICE. Black Lives Matter. Trans rights, reproductive rights, are human rights. Palestine, Sudan, the Congo, and New Caledonia must all be free. None of us are free till we're all free. Take care of yourselves. Look after each other. All the usual things. Deeply appreciate y'all. I'm gonna find somebody to go hang out with. So if you gotta dip, then dip. But if you are down with the raid sickness, let's go raiding. Let's go raiding. All right. Let's see. I feel like we haven't been by G the next level in a while. So we're gonna go hang out with G, see how they're doing. Currently they're playing Trampoline Terror as part of their Growing Up Genesis series. So here's the raid message. Hit them with an SGH just raids when we get in there. Let them know who sent you. Throw in your favorite emotes. They don't have to be my emotes. Just keep them appropriate, keep them cool. Alright, that's all I've got. Alright, the usual stuff. Social media links are over here. I think once my job stuff starts up, I'm going to look into, rather than trying to use NeoCities for a blog, because here's the thing, right? Like, I don't dislike NeoCities, but trying to do blogging on there involves a lot more heavy lifting with HTML than I really want to, and I want to just be able to like post shit and let people read it. Hey Risu, you came in just in time for us to raid out, alas. So you get to come along with us as we're heading out somewhere else. I know it is probably morning time-ish for you, but yeah, literally, this is the time of, same as it is for like Fridays, it's like the time of day that this is the time of night that I usually finish up. Appreciate you, Risu. So yeah, links are over there. Again, from Unity, if you're interested in getting your hands on the Discord exclusive updates for Shoot Lancer, including like being able to play like the upcoming 2-player version, things like that, if you head over to the main Unity page or to our itch page, you can go join our Discord over there. Not my personal SJH Does Games Discord, but like the Unity one for the stuff that we're working on. And then, speaking of my personal Discord, if you would like to join, watch like Kamen Rider and stuff with us sometimes, just kind of shoot the breeze, there's the link. You can join our Discord by clicking that link over there. I do old school verification. If I know you from another community and I know you well, then you'll get in pretty quick. Otherwise, make sure that you please read the rules channel, follow the instructions for getting your stuff up and rolled, and we go from there. So yeah, let's go hang out with you the next level. Like I said, the raid message is the usual one, SJH's raids. Your favorite emotes can go in, don't have to buy emotes. Thank y'all, I deeply appreciate y'all, deeply appreciate your support. Whether you come back for Fighting Friday, or you come back for more Lost Kingdoms on Sunday, take care, be chill, take care of each other, do what you need. Reese, I appreciate you stopping by, even though you didn't get to see much of anything. As always, appreciate your face. Alright, I'm out, y'all. I'll catch y'all on the flip side. Deuces.